What's up? Hey, Moxie fam. Welcome, welcome, y'all. I'm so excited that you are here. Welcome to our community live stream. Y'all, this is something really special. We are calling back to school energy, rhythms, routines, and realignment, all a part of this month where we're talking about back to school, back to you. Now, whether you got kids going back to school or not, or you're just getting back into the routines, or feeling a seasonal shift, we just wanted to take time to pause and think about our rhythms and our routines and how we can realign and get back to ourselves in the midst of everything happening. But before we dive into it, I gotta let you know who I am joined with tonight. We got our founder and certified life coach, Sierra Fran, woo, woo, woo. And we got our amazing ClubMakse life coach and mentor, Andrea, y'all. And I am Darian, our digital media director, and I'm just so excited y'all are here. Let me know, part of people, how y'all are doing in the chat. I can tell I have not done a live stream in a while because I'm like, let's go. I'm so excited.
I know. I've missed you on screen. Darian's been a busy bee doing her passion. Tell us about what you've been up to, because we love hearing.
Yeah, for like the past month, I have been working on a musical back at home in Indiana called Be More Chill. So if you are in the Indianapolis area, go check it out. I got the chance to work on it and choreograph for it, and it was really fun. And so that caused me to step away for a little bit, and it was just really great. It was really great. I got to work in like good company, which is always a good opportunity and chance. So
I love it. We always miss you, but I always love the energy you bring back after you get to be in your passion for a while. So
I love it. How are y'all doing tonight? How are we feeling on a scale 1 to 10? This is something that we do in ClubMakse, and let's bring it over here to our whole community. How are we feeling on a scale 1 to 10? And y'all let me know in the chat if you're here live. How are you feeling?
I'm going to do something I've never done. Ever. Ever. I'm actually going to say I'm a 10. I never. I swear to God.
Amazing. Come on, 10.
I know. And I really genuinely feel that way. Like, are things perfect? No. But I am just, Darian and I had a meeting earlier today, and I was so
meeting. Oh. I said, do we have a meeting, or were we?
Or were we just catching up for an hour? I know. But it was sweet because she came on. She's like, I don't know what you said. You said I was like, I don't know, glowing or something.
Like you are now, yes.
But you guys, I'll talk about it tonight, but it's not because of anything out here. I have just been so dedicated to me and my healing and my growth and self-care that I feel good so much on the inside that I'm just like, I am going to own this and hold on to it for as long as I possibly can, because it's not always been the case. And so anyway, it's health related. It's all that stuff. That's my 10. What about you, Andrea?
I love that. I'm actually really high today too. I'm going to say I'm a solid 9. I am ready for school to get back into session for my kiddos. I am ready for a routine, and this is like perfect timing for me. I'm so ready for it. I have enjoyed my summer. I have loved everything that we've done. We've kind of like, do you want to go do this? Yes, let's go. No plans, and I'm a planner. So, that kind of like takes a little bit out of me, but gosh, it's been a great summer, but I'm so ready. I'm so ready for a routine. I'm also ready not to be a full-time working stay-at-home mom with an extra job on the side too. So I'm ready.
Yes. I love that. I feel like I'm at like a smooth 7. Like, we started school this week. It was supposed to start last week, but Duke started this week, preschool. And I am just like, it's back to school. And so when I say this topic is so on time for me too, absolutely. I feel like we just jumped into the deep end, but like we're swimming and we having fun in the deep end, trying to figure it out now that we're back home. So that's why I would say a smooth 7. That's where I'm at.
Yeah.
I love it because we all have totally different perspectives. Our kids are different ages.
Yeah.
We're just in different seasons of life, and I love it. So you guys are going to have a wide range of feedback, and we want to hear from you guys too, because some of the greatest magic that happens in our lives is amongst all of y'all in the comments. And so we want to know, like, what's back to school season like for you guys? Like, do you have kids? Are they going back to school? When are they going back to school? Ours don't start until September 1st. What about you, Andrea?
Yeah. Well, so this is new this year. I have an 8-year-old and a 10-year-old, and they always start the day after Labor Day. But my first time ever, I'm going to have a teenager living in my house. We have an exchange student coming from Germany. So I'm going to have an elementary school kid, a middle school kid, and a high schooler. And she starts a week before them. So she starts on the 25th.
August.
I love that.
School starting in August just feels crazy to me.
Okay, can we talk about it? Because the schools in Indiana, they went back at the end of July. Duke School went back. Technically, they started last Monday, but his first day was yesterday because I was still finishing up the show. And so I was just like, he's going to have to go back an extra week late.
Yeah.
But it's okay. It's okay. It's okay.
That
You're
seems
in
so soon.
pre-K. It's pre-K. It's okay.
It's okay. Yes.
I had to tell myself that, y'all. But
Mom
yeah,
guilt's real.
yes, someone said my granddaughter started July 31st. Yes. So where I'm at, we've been starting. It's already here. And now I'm just like, now that we're here, we gotta figure what we do. We gotta figure some stuff out. Go for it.
I have a question for those of you who are starting at the end of July and beginning of August. When does summer start for all of you? And are you in like a year-round school? What's up, Chrissy? I'm so curious. Where's the summer? Where's your summer at?
Yes, I know. Yeah. It's so wild to me. The summer, I want to say he got out of school about like May 20th. So he got out like towards the end of May, and they're starting back in August. But in some of the schools in Indianapolis didn't get out till the end of May, early June, and then they're going back into July. But then they also have like 2 weeks. It depends on the schools, but they have 2 weeks in between summer and fall and winter, spring break. It's like they have 2 weeks every 9 weeks off. And so, but I'm still like, school used to start after Labor Day. Like,
yeah.
Right?
That's what I love about having my kids go back to school after Labor Day. It's like, I always know, and I'm always prepared. Like, I'm ready.
Yes. I love that.
I love the true planner people in here. They're like, I don't have kids, but I really love the back to school supplies. Yes.
I was going to say, I'm curious. Y'all let me know in the comments. Before we get started, I just got to know, what was your favorite back to school thing to buy?
Trapper Keeper.
Yeah.
I love
Lisa Frank. I mean, definitely the Lisa Frank Trapper Keeper all the way. Plus, like, the pencil and pen case, so I can put all of my different color of like flare pens in there.
Yes.
Best. Or that like that pen where you can click all the different colors.
Yes.
Best.
Yes, I remember the ones that were white barrel with just the 4 colors. It was like purple, pink, green, and blue, I think. Are those still around?
Yeah.
I know Obonichi has them in black, red, blue, something else.
My favorite thing to buy, like, definitely Lisa Frank folders and the notebooks, but I like notebooks, and particularly were my favorite thing to get, and mechanical pencils, because I was not trying to sharpen my pencil. I wanted to get the cute mechanical pencils with the glittery outside case, and then I wanted to match them with my notebooks and label each subject accordingly. Yes. Oh my God. And binders and dividers. I'm saying so much, but like the dividers, you couldn't just have any dividers. You needed the dividers with the pockets so you can put stuff in.
Oh, and it has to be this certain one. They couldn't just be like the basic one. It has to be like the good one.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. I love all of it. I see a lot of notebooks.
Toby and Zizzy said it's the big 4 color pens are still sold. Okay. Oh, are they still the white barrel? Do they still look the same? I need it.
Wasn't it like half of it was a white barrel and the other half was like a light blue?
Yeah. Yes, like they were different colors, I believe. Let us know in the comments, guys. You remember better than I. Okay, I have a question. I'm Gen X, guys. And this was when I was in like second grade. So this is very niche. But I know some of my Gen Xers are in here. Do you guys remember the craze over what were they? Oh my gosh, the glue pens. The glue pens. They had like a little cotton ball or like a press. You like depress it, like push it on the paper, but it was like glue. Glue. It was like clear, but the smell, I can still smell it. And we used to trade. Everybody would get different colors and we would trade. And I would literally just put it on the paper to remember or just to smell it. Glitter glue pens.
Oh,
Yes.
was it like
But it's
like
real glue.
swirls and like you had to like squeeze it and
It squeezes?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But like, well, there's those. They have the one kind that you squeeze, but this kind had like almost like a velvet velour like tip that you would use to like, I don't know. They were such a craze. And I remember thinking,
That sounds
I just remember
awesome.
begging my mom for them, please, I have to get glue pens.
oh my goodness, I love that. I'm loving this.
Wait, those are still around? Streetcars to street shores. Okay, I'm gonna look these up.
I'm so excited for this. Okay, to get us started, I just want to know and let us know in the comments, what does back to school energy feel like in your world right now? What does it feel like for you in your world? And if you're not in back to school, what does this season feel like in your world right now?
Andrea, you want to go first?
Well, I would say like right now, actually, it's kind of the same. Excitement, a little bit nervous, just not knowing what to expect. But it's just like all those different feelings that just like kind of like give you butterflies. So it's like, all of the things. For me though, I crave the back to school feeling right now just because like I am so ready for my routines. I'm ready to like do things every single day at the same time and like just really get back into it. And like that just makes me super excited.
Oh, I love that.
You guys are all in the company of the world's greatest routine maker in her planner. We have so much eye candy for you tonight. She was sharing you guys have to stay to see her spreads, but wait until you see how she organized for back to school.
It's so good.
Hashtag goals, big time. Okay, you want me to go? So we're in a totally new country and our kids are starting. I haven't made this announcement. I just realized I haven't made this announcement publicly, but we moved to Costa Rica for the summer and our family is loving it so much. And we found community almost immediately. Like within the first week, we started meeting people that were like, have I known you forever? Like there's something about the expat community and everybody uprooting their entire lives and moving to a new country. That's like that shared season of life that just automatically bonds people, including kids. Like it's really amazing. So everything's brand new. We decided to stay in Costa Rica. So we're going to stay here for the year. And we found an amazing IB school. It's bilingual. So our kids are going to hopefully like get real good with their Spanish this year. And so there's a lot of new nervous energy, of course. But we're all like really in on the adventure. And so I think we're just really excited. Like we're like excited to meet new friends. I'm like new friends, new experiences. The school process is different here. It's a lot more low key. And so I don't know. I'm just really excited to see what this year brings to all of us.
Yeah. Oh, I love that.
What about you, Dee?
Yeah.
I feel like we swimming, y'all. And we're just figuring out as we go. Literally yesterday was his first day. And I'm not, you know what? I'm about to pat myself on the back, y'all, because yesterday I felt like I crushed Monday and my friends checked on me and they were like, how was it? And I was like, y'all, we crushed it. We got him to school on time. He woke up. He had a great day. I made me a smoothie. I went on a walk with my mom because the grandparents came into town for the first day to like see him through and to see me through. Nobody told me the emotional toll of I'm excited for my child to go back to school, but also this other emotional part of just like leaving my child and saying bye, I'm not going to see you for hours at a day is also like, whew, I
Mhm.
was like, I didn't expect that. And so, with all of that, it's like happiness, but also like, oh, we're moving into a new season, but there's excitement, but there's also just, we're growing and we're figuring things out together as a family. And so I think it's very chaotic around here, but also like it's like a fun chaotic. Like I know we're gonna figure it out, but I can't like, oh my goodness. Yes, Duke and his little backpack. Y'all, the backpack's bigger than Duke. He has to have a full backpack. I couldn't send him with a half backpack. They asked for a full-size backpack. I said, "What my 3-year-old gonna do with a full-size backpack, y'all?" But school's got regulations, but I think that's the energy I'm in right now. So, yeah.
Oh, I love it.
Oh my
Love
god.
that.
Um,
My school, I don't know if your schools have this, but my school has like a first day box that you can buy and it has all of their supplies in it. And I'm like, why would anyone do that? I want to go shopping for my
Oh,
kids' school
I was
supplies.
like, yes,
Like, I'm gonna pick
please.
out the best of the best. I don't know what brands you have in there. I need to know.
Wait, I love both sides of the spectrum right now. Like, I love the absolutely not because I wanna go pick out my things, but
Right.
also the mom in me is like, "Please and thank you." Like,
Yeah.
I don't gotta
Yeah.
worry about it. Thank you.
That was a
Yep.
big surprise here because you guys, there's no Amazon in Costa Rica. In fact, like most people don't know this fun fact, Costa Rica does not have addresses. There's no mail system here. And it's crazy. So if you want something, and most of the shopping is like 2, 3, 4 hours away, depending on what you need and where you need to go to get it. I had to order stuff ahead of time. My son was just in the States for a month and a half. And so I was like back to school shopping for backpacks in June so that it would arrive to grandparents so that he could then carry it back in his suitcase back to back to Costa Rica from America. That's how we're back to school shopping. So we were trying to figure out like, okay, if we're going to stay, we need to know what like kind of school supplies they need. And so we asked them and they're like, oh no, we provide all the school supplies, including the personal ones. And I'm like, what? Like super grateful. But they
Wow.
do that so that everybody starts off with the same stuff. Like nobody has different stuff. There's I don't know. I kind of love that. I love that. So, because we are in a third world country and not everybody has access to the same resources. And again, it's harder to shop. They don't want anyone to feel behind. So they just provide it for everybody, which
I
I
love
thought
that.
was really cool. Yeah.
That is really cool. I love that. Um, I'm very curious. Are there any rhythms or routines that you are trying to reset or completely rethink?
Mhm. Sierra, do you want to go first?
And
Sure.
before you do that, Sierra, quick question. Can you define the difference between a rhythm and a routine for us?
Oh, yes.
I did not
So
that, Darian.
I know. I'm a little rusty with my like definitions, but routines are like rhythms are wait, why am I like rhythms are just the flow of things. Gosh, I'm really leaning into rhythms right now. And that is kind of like to me it's more the intention behind what it is you do, whereas routine is like the
Mhm.
routine of we get up at 7 o'clock, we have breakfast, we do like the more I know task-based, action-based things to me are
Mhm.
the routines. And I'm definitely in a space of rhythms right now. So like for me, it's our whole world is like a fresh slate. We don't have as many demands on us because our schedules we're not as built into the community or the things that we were used to doing in America. And so there's a lot more time, a lot more energy. And I'm just really in this space of creating really nourishing and nurturing rhythms in our day, in our week, but also for myself, because it's like, the whole analogy of put your oxygen mask on so that you can
Yeah.
help others. Moving your whole entire life and business and for your whole family to a whole new country has been exhausting. And I finally feel like we're coming out of that like initial fog that happens in the beginning. So I've really been leaning into the rhythms, which is why I got to a 10 today. Why I said I feel like I'm a 10 is because I've been focusing on all those little things.
Will you share some of those little things with us?
Sure. Yeah. Like, okay. So these are fun pictures. So I'm really leaning into health for me because I want to feel vivacious this school year. I want to feel like I did when I was 38, not when I'm 48. And I need to focus on my health. My health was really struggling from stress and kind of just the overburden of just the chaos of the last couple years. So smoothies, I literally start my day with my feet in the grass, and I have a cup of coffee in my hand. You can't see that, but every morning I spend at least 10 minutes with my feet in the grass, drinking my coffee, looking at nature, that smoothie every single day. And then we go to the beach for sunsets because it's right here and it's what the townspeople do. And it's just beautiful. And it's mindful, it's intentional. And I feel like I've had the opportunity to, not just for myself, but with the family. And I'm really looking forward to kind of seeing what the natural flow is with what the kids usher into our lives too, with their experiences when they go out into their school and sports and friends and new people. But to really create a new sense of belonging, of community, of care, not just of each other, but of ourselves. And I really want to model that because we have an opportunity to start over. And I want to make it count. I want to make it count. And so anyway, and it just these little things. I do somatic movement, stretching, and yoga every single day in the morning, at night. Sometimes it's only 5 minutes. Sometimes the other night on Sunday, it was 3 hours. And it is amazing. So it's amazing. It's changing my life. It's small. You guys, these are not big things. I'm lazy. I'm exhausted. When I say lazy, like I do not like going and working out. Like I'm allergic. It has to be something that I love, or I'm not doing it. Plain and simple. I'm 48. I've tried to make myself do those things. None of it is a should. None of it is even written down. I literally just listen to the rhythms of my body and I honor them. So anyway,
I love
I
that.
know it's great back to school, but just a little reminder that it's so important to take care of yourself. And this season, any season, the world is crazy right now. Please take care of yourselves, you guys. It's so worth it.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. Andrea, we had quite a few comments. Like Ebony said, my AM and PM routines need work. Mary said rhythms for my family. Karen said my sleep routine. This has been a goal for a while now that I'm home and it's time to make that a priority. Can the queen of like routines talk a little bit about what you're trying to reset? What does routines and rhythms look like for you in this season?
Yeah, for sure. So, getting back into a routine, you have to remind yourself that you can't just jump back into where you were when you left off. Just like going back to the gym. You can't go back and lift 50 pounds like you did 4 years ago. You have to start smaller and you have to work your way up. So I think before I talk about what I'm going to do, I just want to remind everybody that sometimes when you're starting your routines, instead of saying, these are the 10 things I want to do right when I wake up in the morning, maybe start with the first 3. So, go to the bathroom, brush your teeth, and then go get a cup of coffee and sit down in quiet, and then add something and then add something. And so I went through this super exhaustive routine, lifestyle change in 2022. And I timed how much time everything took. I changed the places that they were in and I kept going. And okay, yes, this is so I not only have my routines, but what I wanted to get done in the morning. And so I kept waking up at different times, trying to find my perfect time to wake up. And during this season of my life, 5:45 was perfect. And so at the time I was reading Mel Robbins' High Five Habit, where you look in the mirror, you give yourself a high five, and you say, today is going to be the best day. And that was just awesome. And nothing in my morning routine was crazy or super big that I had to do. I don't do the dishes anymore in the morning. I don't like doing that in the morning, but yeah, my routines have definitely changed since then. But and then the funny thing is I never concentrated on an evening routine. And so my kids weren't sleeping very well at this time. And so I wanted to have an evening routine that we could all like go off to bed and be like restful instead of like being chaotic and everything. So that's really where that was going. But anyways, so for my routines this year, I am going to give myself permission to slow down. And actually, I was talking to Chat GPT earlier this week, and just getting prepped for this. I wanted to like, how can I get back into my routines? Because like we have been just flying off the seat of our pants here for summer. I've been saying yes to everything. Like if my kids are like, "Hey, mom, can you come and play Uno with us?" Normally I'm like, oh, I have a couple more things to do. Just wait for a second. And I'm like, yes, I'm going to do it right now. So we've just been like waking up at whatever time, going to sleep at whatever time, doing whatever we feel like in the moment, which can be awesome and can be fun. But like I'm craving those routines again. So I was asking Chat GPT and I said, I'm not doing a lot of this stuff consistently anymore. Like I'm so out of practice. How do we get back in? And, I just started my, for this week, I've got like my little dots and I don't have anything written in there yet, but I'm going to have 7 things that I want to do.
It's so cute. I'm like, can we just take a moment to admire Andrea's like planner?
I just put like that I'm doing the YouTube for MäksēLife today. So I was very excited about that. But I'm going to give myself these like 7 things. And when I was talking to Chat GPT, it said, you don't have to check them off every day. I'd never thought about this, but it said, when you're starting out the first couple of weeks, check it off if you tried to do it. If you're like, okay, what do I have on my list? Being outside for at least 15 minutes a day. Well, what if I'm like, okay, I'm ready to go outside, but all of a sudden it starts raining. I tried to do it. So I'm counting that as my win.
I
And
love that.
it said that, it doesn't give you that like, oh, I failed, so I got to start over again, or maybe this isn't for me. And I'm like, I love that. Isn't that amazing?
Can we just pause for a second? Because that is like a gold nugget right there.
Yeah.
What is something I'm curious in the chat, but here right now, what's something that we're celebrating that we were marking off that maybe we didn't do, but we had every intention of doing?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I hear your puppy.
I know. I'm like, where's my husband?
No, we want to see the puppy.
Oh, he's locked outside on the other side of the door.
Okay, fine. I was like, show us the cute puppy.
Otherwise, I would totally bring him in.
Oh, Darian, you stumped me. I can't think of something. I know there's a lot, but
I'm just immediately thinking about like quiet time. I think in the way, like I plan to wake up early, a little bit earlier before Duke, just to have some quiet time, and that did not happen. But I did get like 10 minutes of quiet time before I had to go pick him up for school. And I just kind of sat there and I read. Maybe I didn't like journal, listen to music like I wanted to. Like I didn't have it like what I thought it was going to be, but I had 10 minutes to read and just like, have some quiet time before, I picked him up. So that was nice. So we're checking that off today.
That's a great one. That's a great one. You know what? Actually, I'm glad you said this because I was like a smoothie a day. I hated fruit before I came to Costa Rica. And I don't always make them. I know. It's so weird. I hated fruit. I tried, but I just couldn't do it. Now it's like I have to have my fruit every day. But if I don't get to make a smoothie, then maybe I'll have some pineapple or some watermelon. I'm going to now count that as it's not a smoothie, but I ate my fruit.
Ate your fruit.
Maybe I'll change my goal that I have. The wording. I love that, Andrea. Yeah.
Well, we put so much pressure on ourselves.
Yeah.
Like this is our life.
Absolutely.
And sometimes I just think about like, gosh, when I'm having a bad day, a lot of it is me putting pressure on myself or me shooting on myself. And like now that I'm getting older and now that I'm in perimenopause, I'm like, no, this is my life. I'm not going to do that anymore. No way.
No.
I love that energy. I
Oh,
love that so much.
and adding movement to feel good and for my mental health and not for like, other reasons that I previously did that.
Okay,
Mhm.
I'm so glad you said that. I know this is not back to school related, but I think it's a little bit of permission across the board. But I was like, I got the yoga mat. I'm like, I'm going to do yoga on my computer. And then I started realizing, like, every time I was doing it, I'm like, I don't want to do this. But if I sat on my yoga mat and I just started stretching in ways that I wanted to, that I was like, oh, yeah, I'm tight here. Okay, then do a stretch for that. Or my lower back's hurting, and I will stay on my mat for like an hour or like because it feels good. Like it feels good instead of that pressure that it has to look a certain way or that it has to be that program or that thing you wrote down. Like it doesn't. It doesn't. You can go off of just what feels good.
I love
It's
that.
great
Oh,
permission.
that's great permission. I love that, and I love hearing, like, our fam talk about the things that they tried, and they're marking it off, working out. We got skincare. Val said, "I count doing part of my routine as a win." Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely. Um, I love all of that. Oh my goodness. I think for me in this season, like the thing that I'm giving myself grace for, and you said it, Andrea, is starting small and building on. So when I thought about going into this week I was like, what is going to be the thing that's going to make me feel good if I get done just each day in the morning or in the evening. And weekly, I was like, I meal prepped. I hadn't done that in like 3 weeks. So that felt good to get done on Sunday and just having that a part of like my weekly rhythm. Cause then I don't got to worry about cooking for the rest of the week. And that just feels really, really good. And it made it so much easier. So I really appreciated that. But then also for me in the morning, it's just like washing my face and doing my skincare. And then I'm so extra, y'all. I have this whole little oral routine that I love doing where I brush my teeth. Chrissy will make fun of me because I was with Chrissy in California one time, and she was like, "Did you brush your teeth for 2 whole minutes?" And I was like, "Yes." She was like, "Because my toothbrush does it, and it tells me when to like switch." It's the most craziest thing, but it's those 2 minutes of joy that I love doing where I can do my little oral routine, and then I wash my face, and I'm like, "Okay, we wash our face and we brush our teeth." I feel good. Like that's my low energy thing. Like, and it's like one of those things that I just feel like if I can do that in the morning and the evening, we good. We good. We take care of ourselves. And so I know it sounds so silly and stupid, but it's just my
It
way of
doesn't.
taking care of myself.
Yeah.
Uh,
No. In a world that's constantly trying to pull us away from taking care of ourselves or being mindful with what we do, those are not, I don't think those moments are ever too small. I think
Mm-mm.
that's, I love that you have a 2-minute toothbrush timer. Of course you
Yeah.
do. She has the best gear, you guys. I told her today, I'm like, can you just do a Darian's favorites like roundup once a month so we can all know like all the greatest gadgets?
Absolutely, but also I'm so glad I am not alone in this 2-minute toothbrush. Mary has a 2-minute one, and it's
Mhm.
great with their children. I love that. Yarisi said a 2-minute toothbrush is how I start my
Yeah.
evening routine. It's the best. Okay, great.
Yari, I
I have
love
that too. I love it. And even tells me like every 30 seconds, okay, do the side, do the side, do the side, do the side. I love it. I don't even
I
have
love
to think.
Who
That is
knew?
what I need.
Who knew? I love that. My next question for us is, what is helping you feel anchored right now? What's helping
Mhm.
you feel anchored in this season of transition?
Mhm.
Mm.
For me, I have my 8 things that I would like to do every day. I was trying to think like when I felt my best the last time, what was I doing? I want to do that again. And so I'm really trying to pull all of that in. And I think the thing that's really anchoring me is knowing that when I did all of that stuff before, I felt so much better.
Mhm.
Even just getting my water in. I haven't been getting a ton of water in. I've got my beautiful Moxie. It's
Yes.
probably backwards, but it says Retro Rebel. And I've been buying beautiful cups that make me want to drink. Or I've been putting like, I posted a picture. I can't remember. I think it was in ClubMakse, so not everybody would be able to see it. But I put some frozen dragon fruit in my drink, and it was like hot pink, and it was like gorgeous. And I drank so much water that day. So I'm just trying to like find things, because when you drink more water, like your skin feels better and you have more energy. So like
Yeah.
if you're going to start with one thing, like that's the thing, because your brain is going to feel better.
Yeah.
Everything's going to feel better in your body.
I love
Do you want to
What
go?
was the question? I don't even know what we're talking about.
You answered it. You said, "What's making you feel anchored in this season?" You said wa You said water. I'm here
Water.
for that. I'm like, I need to go buy some dragon fruit. I
I
love
know.
water.
Oh
I
my God.
immediately am like, look at you romanticizing even your water drinking. I love that.
Yeah.
I'm here for
Yeah.
that. What's making me feel anchored? Honestly, I talked to Sierra about it earlier today. I've just been like logging, doing daily logging in my notes app where I just go in and I'm like, I write my morning musings, I do my evening reflections in there. Anything that I brain dump in there, I offload in there. And it has been an anchoring point for me in this season to just get stuff out of my head in a way that feels organic and not in this it has to look pretty way. It's just me processing and getting stuff out. It's literally like a journal. And that has been so journaling. What I'm trying to say is has been anchoring me. And so
Mhm.
yeah, that's honestly been what's helping me in this season and anchoring me.
That's good.
I love that. Yeah. My planner and my journal.
Mm-hmm.
Literally, it's that simple. Because we don't have a lot. We didn't, we sold everything. We are living very minimalistically and I love it. I love it. So it's like, I had to be really mindful about what I brought with us, but for myself, like, okay, what do I want to have with me away from, starting over? And, we didn't have a lot of space. And so it was like, of course, planner supplies, journals, my planner, and books and reading. And I'm grateful for my Kindle. So my Kindle, my planner, and my journal. And my free write, for those of you who know what those are, I don't know. It's kind of a niche thing, but it's literally just a keyboard that really has the world's smallest screen so that you can just get into free writing without trying to go back and edit. It's editing on that thing is a pain in the butt on purpose so that you just do it messy. And so writing and just, really being with my thoughts and stuff is really anchoring. And the family rituals, like spending time together, like watching family movies and dinners and going on adventures together, and having those anchors that just bring us back to what really matters. That's the stuff that's really keeping us all sane right now.
I love that, Sierra, and I'm so glad you said that because now I'm curious, like, what are some family anchors that we all do? Maybe not with, family you live with, maybe with friends. What are social anchors and rhythms and routines that we create? Um, I know for me, I immediately think of just our walks together as a family. We try to go on like a couple of walks, just us and like Robert, me and Duke, and it's just really nice. And I just like that's just something that grounds us and keeps us together. And that's just one
Walk,
of my family anchors. And I was curious what
Mhm.
some of y'all's were.
I love that.
walks, same. Yeah.
Yeah.
So playing with the dog, going down and watching the sunset on the beach. Yeah, and lots of snuggle time. My love language is physical touch. So anytime I can get one of my kids to sit next to me and like, you want to watch a movie, or I'll watch what you're doing or whatever, but can I do it next to you with a fuzzy blanket? Those are all things that are really important to us. What about you, Andrea?
Love that. Well, I have a question before I answer that. Sierra, I know your family was really, really close before you moved to Costa Rica, but how has it changed now that you don't have all these extra distractions that you had when you were living in the States?
Oh, we are
That's great.
100 times closer. Like it is, and oh, I'm glorifying moving. You guys are kind of getting the highlight reel. We should do a live where you guys can just come on and ask me questions, because we've gotten a lot of questions in the comments, and I don't want to sidetrack. But when you guys, this goes whether you're in the States, the world is crazy right now, wherever you are on this planet, on this rock that's floating through space. it was really important to me as the world got crazier, whether we left or we came here or not, but to really get back to the things that matter. And Darren and I were talking about this earlier. The world is so crazy and busy, and even organizing the crazy and busy, or managing the crazy and busy, or outsourcing the crazy and busy in the best case of scenarios still requires so much effort, so much mental and emotional bandwidth and resources that pull us from ourselves. We forget who we are. We forget what matters. We forget, to connect with the people that matter most. It's like, this has been such an important time for me to remind my kids, like, this is what really matters, each other, having deep conversations, like really honoring and making space for how are you feeling? Because, there's no distractions really down here. And so it's great that we have more time together. It's also really a pain in the ass because being around each other 24/7 has been something. That's a whole rabbit hole. But it has given us a really amazing opportunity to ask deeper questions instead of like, how was your day? It's like, how are you feeling about being in a new space? Like, do you miss your friends? Do you miss your family? Do you miss, what are you excited about? What are you worried about? What kind of fears do you have as as we move forward? What do you think enrolling our kids in big life decisions with us instead of us saying, well, this is what we're doing?
Yeah.
Like, here's houses that we're looking at to live at for the year. Which one do you guys like most and why? And what do you want in your room? What's going to be in your room that's going to make you feel like you're at home? And I think that those heart anchors, and it starts in the home, but it really, truly, like, that's really what matters. And we can do that no matter where we're at. But being here forced me in ways that I don't know I would have found on my own. And that makes me sad. I have a lot of thoughts about that. And I know that there are many of us in that space when the world's crazy and we're stressed out to the max. And there's a lot of us that are worried about, economic security and all the stuff that comes with, and just the state of the world. Really leaning into those small things really matter right now.
Yeah, it just sounds like you're just being so much more intentional instead of just kind of like going through the motions of the day.
Yeah.
And just like, whatever we need to do, we got to get all this stuff done. There's so many things being thrown at you. So you just keep going because you're scared to slow down. Yeah. And now you get to like slow down and like be intentional.
Here's the biggest takeaway that I think I've gotten leaving the United States, or just consciously choosing to pull us out of that rat race, that craziness, that cycle, was how much of our lives were built on inertia and not by design. Even as intentional and by design that I live, how much inertia and not choice that was prolific in our lives, in our schools, in our jobs, in our sports, in the people that we hung out with. And, there was a lot of good and a lot of not in a lot of that. And so anyway, when you make these massive life changes, that inertia stops. And all of a sudden, and it's not all pretty, you guys, there's a lot of grief in that. There's a lot of like deconditioning, unlearning. There's all kinds of feelings that come with it. And, and it can create anxiety and depression and a sense of feeling lost and unrooted. That's really uncomfortable for humans to feel. And so anyway, it's not all like a walk in the park, but I can say now after 4 months, and thanks to ChatGPT, I was educated on, you're right on. This is normal. This is a normal expat emotional cycle. I was sharing it with the family last night. I was like, look at what Chat said. We're totally on board. Like, we're feeling good because this is when we're supposed to feel good. The first 4 months, we're like, what did we do? Oh, yay. It's like, it just felt like a long vacation. Now it feels like, oh, wait, this is what we did. And this is where we're landing. But yeah, the inertia thing is really crazy. Yeah. Anyway,
I feel like I'm like, let's do a bonus live stream or I would love for you to break down your whole experience and to hear how.
I would love to come on. Yeah, I would love to. If you guys want to see it, let us know.
I love
and
that.
I'm a planner to make sure we get it on the schedule. So
right. I am with Mary. Mary and I feel like we're very similar moms in how we do things. before me and my husband ever had kids, we just thought like, what kind of parents do we want to be? What traditions do we want to start? And both of us were like, we want Fridays to be our Friday family day. And so we make homemade pizza together and we watch a movie every Friday. Like there's no sleepovers on Fridays. We don't go out and do other things unless it's something we all decide on. But Friday is our like family night and it's fun. And I told my husband, I said, do you think that when they're like in college, they'll come back and they'll be like, it's Friday, it's time to, make your own pizza and movie night? I don't know if that will happen, but I know that they'll have fond memories on this. So, that's one thing that's really anchoring me and my family. And then the other thing, and Mary said this too. So I'm not copying Mary. Like, this is exactly what we do. We have family game nights. We love our family game nights. And we started my kids like small. And, if the box said 8 years plus, we would start my son at 5 and he picked it up. Like, we figured it out. But our favorite game, and I don't know how many people have heard of this, but it's called Shut the Box. And it's like a 4-person game. And we bought it because we were like, oh, this will help our son learn how to count, because you have to add 2 dice together. And it's kind of strategic. And we love it so much. My kids, you guys, my kids are 8 and 10. They have told their friends they can't play because they're playing Shut the Box with their parents.
Stop.
It's amazing. And we've made our own rules. So we only listened to half of the YouTube the first time we found it. And we're like, oh, we'll just figure it out. And so we started making our own rules. And so it's been like 4, 5, 6 months since we've made a new rule. And we're like, what's our next rule? So it's like fun. And they get to be a part of it. And they're like, I'm making this game up. So it's just like, I don't know. It feels so good. And we all love it so much.
Oh, I love that. I'm like, I might be like, I need to go make sure I go add that to my game list, because we love games over here. I'm curious if y'all have a
Me
favorite
too.
game. Let me know what your favorite family. Straight up, love Monopoly over here. We're a big Monopoly fan and a big Spades card fan over here. Oh, literally, that's how I know I'm at peace, is when I'm sitting down playing a game. Like, that's how I know. Like, that is me at one of my most content, peaceful states, when I'm like just playing cards with my family. Like, that's how I know I'm relaxing. It's like one of the most gifts I could give myself, is pausing and playing a game.
I love that. I'm going to book a ticket. I'm going to get some Moxie juice and I'm going to come and play spades with you.
Come on.
It'll be great. Or I'll steal you and we're just going to go visit Sierra and we'll bring her a whole bunch of
I was
stuff.
just going to say, bring the party to Costa Rica. There's a bunch of people in the comments that want to come too. Come. Yeah. We really like, my in-laws are amazing. They have so many card games. I have learned so many card games with them, like 313. Have you guys ever played that? I'm trying to think of some other ones, but they introduced Ticket to Ride and the whole family will play. And we're so competitive. We're like, oh my gosh, it's so much fun. Have you guys played Ticket to Ride?
Oh,
I'm curious now.
It's a lot. It's a lot to learn and it's very strategy heavy, but we have a very competitive family. And so it's really fun. It gets very noisy and cantankerous.
Oh, they'll fit right on in with my family, because listen, we're very competitive people. And I mean, y'all, I'm gonna have to probably post this in the community chat, but we have notebooks, like we have record books of scores from card games. Like, I have there's a whole that Hobonichi notebook that you gave us for Christmas one year, Sierra, went to great use. My family used it. It's full and fluffy of scores of winners. So
no
we can back and see, on this day, this person won the most. Like, we're that level.
I love it. We do that too. We started 3 years ago when we bought Shut the Box, and we have it all recorded. And our thing is if you win three times in a night, you get to pick the next movie night.
Oh, I'm here for this. I'm here for all of this energy.
Okay. So my kids and I, our two favorite games is 100% is Yahtzee. And we have, so when you said that, we actually have a leaderboard sticky note. And right now, Eric has it and it drives me crazy. I don't see it anymore. It was like front and center in the kitchen. He made sure, and like, but that I need to knock him off the Yahtzee leaderboard. And then Sorry is another one that we really like.
Jocelyn, this is Rumma Cube. We
It's
kept score of
fun.
this too. This is listen. This is
Mm.
what started the chaos. This game right here, Rumma Cube, and then we started keeping track of scores for card games. But Rumma Cube started it. I love that game.
Have you played the new version where they have like the old version was they just had the one smiley face? Well, now they have 4 different versions of the smiley face, and it changes the game. My kids love it. I don't like it because it's a lot of thinking.
I love
Like
that.
they've got like a double smiley face, so you can use it for 2 numbers, and it's just
Oh my
it's
goodness.
it's
I
off
love
the
I
charts.
feel like we need a list of like the
I
Moxie
know.
fan games, a
Yes.
game board list. I'm here for this.
And Toby
Absolutely.
said Phase 10. I haven't heard of that either. There's so many good games that I want to check out. Okay.
Oh my
That's fun.
goodness. I'm loving this. Y'all, I just can't even believe where the time went in our conversation.
Oh,
I know. I was like, wait, we're almost at an hour. I can like literally stay here and talk to you all day. But I would love for you, Sarah, to talk a little bit about something that we just released, our Reset and Realign bundle. Can you talk a little bit about that and who that's for and the whole like heart behind that?
yes. So this year, in case you guys don't know, ClubMakse has a new app. Wait, hold on, go back. We'll come back to this in a second. We launched in July, and normally Darian and I are doing our mid-year refresh series on YouTube. And last year we went all out, you guys. Last year we went all out on the mid-year refresh. There's an awesome long video. I poured my heart and soul into that one. And so I decided to come up with a workbook that goes with that video, because we didn't do one this year because we were so like resource spread thin because of the app. But we wanted to show up for you guys as much as we could. So go back if you need a little refresh, and this doesn't have to be mid-year, you guys. It can be, this is the perfect time to do it. So go back. It's on our YouTube. It's free. You can watch it. We talk about a lot of different stuff that I think is just really helpful right now. But if you want a workbook, I did put that together because I know that that's something that people really love. So go ahead and throw that puppy up. So this is a 17-page workbook that actually is a companion guide to the video on YouTube. It is available in our store if you want it. If not, don't worry about it. Like you could literally just go through and follow my directions. But if you want some, like those of you who need that, like those prompts, there's writing space. It goes through and helps you really just assess where you're at today. What you thought you were committed to in the beginning of the year that maybe doesn't resonate any longer, doesn't carry any energy. And I know a lot has changed in our lives since January. This is a great time to just reconnect with yourself. And that's what this workbook is all about. It's all about you. Who are you today? What do you need? What has energy for you? And how are you going to make the most of this next couple months, or for whatever time, for you to just realign and get really clear on what matters the most to you. So it is available in our store. It's also, you guys, this is like criminal what we're doing. I can't believe. I'm like, why did we say yes to this? If you want that with a planner, we're doing free shipping, that workbook and the video and a flagship planner. I don't have my flagship next to me, for $40. So we have a small, very small percentage of our planners left still. It's August. You guys, I know you're like, there's 4 months left, but listen, we're literally giving them pretty much to you for free because we're paying for shipping and everything. If you don't have a planner, you wanted to try out the flagship, it's literally a no-brainer. $40 in and out the door, and you get all of that, and you can drop in to your planner and get started and make the most of the rest of your year after you finish your workbook. And it's not too heavy, you guys. I get like we're all short on time and energy, so I wanted to make sure that the workbook is really easy for you. There is a ideal week calendar in there for you to like kind of figure out exactly where it is you want to go with your time. Let's go ahead and
second. Talk about this ideal week for a second, because I feel like an ideal week is something that's great for us to think about in the middle of routines and realignment. Can you talk a little bit about that? Like,
yes. Yeah. So this is one thing that I would say I always do. And Andrea has hers as well that she can show. I have an old one of mine, so we haven't done ours yet. Look at this, you guys. It's so
there's some stuff on here I don't want you to see, but it's, color coded.
But I like to do this every season. It's in our goal setting packs on our website, but it's also a free download. So if you want this just for free, you can go to MäksēLife.com and download it for free. I created mine in Canva because I like it to be all like digital, but it just basically is ideal. Like, okay, here's where we all have to be at what times. When do I want to wake up? When do I want to go to sleep? How do I want our evenings to be? What is the morning routine going to look like? What are the weekends, the flow, the rhythms, all of that stuff? What is all of that going to look like? And I like to do that every season or like every quarter, just depending on what it is. But this is definitely the best time to do it. If you haven't done it yet, you guys, I highly recommend it. Again, it's free on our website. Just download it. But it is also in the workbook too. It looks a little bit different. It's a little bit more detailed. Chrissy actually created the most amazing ideal week spread for this workbook. And so anyway, it's great. It's a great tool. It helps us, even if you don't follow it, it just gives some structure to like, okay, I can like bird's eye view exactly where all of our resources need to go for the week. And it's great. For helping make decisions and see where your load is.
I love that.
It's so helpful.
Yeah.
So helpful.
Yeah.
Okay, so now what would you say to someone who's doing the ideal week and not getting caught up on the fact of like when their ideal week does not look like their ideal week? What would you say to someone like the heart behind the ideal week is and the perfectionistic and the ones who want to do it right?
Yeah. I'm one of those people, I'm one of those goal setters or one of those planners that like I plan it and then don't always go back and look, but just the act of sitting down and doing it makes my mental health and my sense of control and understanding what is expected of me. It just the act of doing that one time makes a really big difference for me. But I know that we have lots of real followers that are like, oh, I set this out. I'm not able to live up to this. Do not beat yourself up for that. Let that be information. And if you're in our planner and you're doing the weekly reflections of, what are your wins? What's working? What's not working? What adjustments do you need to make? And you're going into that every single week. You can very quickly see like, oh gosh, I created this ideal week. Things are not going that way. What is not working? Bedtime routines. Yeah. Show us, Dee. Show us. Closer.
These are my weekly reflections that I've been doing, and my weekly actions. I've been using my planner, y'all. It makes me so happy.
So good.
But, don't use those tension points as information, not as evidence that you are failing or that you're not doing it right or that something is wrong. Absolutely not. You're doing amazing. And it makes perfect sense for most of us why we are feeling like our feet are above our heads most of the time. So just use it as information. Love yourself through the information gathering piece and just make those really small adjustments as needed. And it just helps give us a little bit of like, I know for me, it makes it a lot easier on what I say yes to and what I say no to.
Mm-hmm. Well, and it doesn't have to be planned like minute by minute or every 15 minutes by every 15 minutes. Darian, do you have this slide?
Yes, I got you because yours is perfection.
I just wanted to give everybody permission. So on the right side, it has my ideal day. And you can see it doesn't say like, when I have to go to the bathroom or when I have to do certain things. And those are sticky notes that I cut out of my Mäksē sticky notes. And I can move them. So if something's not working, I will move like my time. Maybe I don't want to wake up at 6:30. Maybe I want to wake up at 5:45. I'll move it up. And this has been really, really helpful for me to do it like this because I can keep moving all of my Post-its until I find the right routine for me, the right ideal day. And I think that if you do it this way, you give yourself a lot more time to not feel like you're not doing things at the right time. So I just wanted to throw that out there because I think that has been really helpful for me.
I love that. The sticky note, that's just like.
I mean, like, I want to get up earlier, so I just move it up a little bit and then I can just change everything. But the nice thing about this too is I have layers that I can put out here if I want it to be, more in depth or not. But I mean, like we were saying before, let's not be so hard on ourselves.
Yeah.
I'm figuring out how to go do that digitally when we get off of here, like the ideal, and like we gonna make it happen.
Well, that sounds awesome. Yes.
You post in a digital group because I want to see. I want to see. I want to see.
I will. I'm so excited. I'm like, oh, we gonna play. I'm so
Yeah.
excited for that. Oh my goodness.
DC had a great question. If I can answer this real fast before we move on. DC, great question. So what do you suggest we do with the empty blank pages in the planner? I'm going to tell you this right now. I don't want you doing more than you have to do. And so blank pages can be blank pages. It's really okay. However, that isn't okay for some of us. I'm one of them included. And so I'll always want to do something with those pages. But I want to give people permission that if you've got a whole 8 months of blank pages, that's okay. Guess what? Make the most of those 4 months. Because I don't want pressure that somehow you should be doing more or something beyond what your initial intention is just because it's there, right? That's that inertia thing I was talking about earlier. The inertia of extra pages. Well, you know what? Maybe you choose that time's passed. I don't need to go back. However, you could use it and keep using it for the whole year if you wanted to get like dated stickers or redate it yourself by hand. We have dated stickers. You could go back and redate it so that you can continue using it into 2026 and not need a new planner. Or you could go back and like, if you're into like the creative planning process or memory keeping, you could go back and print out pictures and from those times and do a picture, a couple pictures a week. Oh yeah, show us, please. Oh my God,
this is like my perfect conversation, right?
Yes,
Okay,
go girl, go
this
girl.
is my week, and I didn't use my MäksēLife, and so I just went and I put different quotes up here. Do one thing, every day that scares you, and you know what? You don't even have to think super hard. You can, go and take the quotes that are just right here, and just write them down. So that like.
Sorry,
Find your quotes. Find things that'll make you like excited. I love doing stuff like that.
I see.
It doesn't have to be hard.
No,
I made it. I made my life way too hard for too long.
Right? Yeah. I thank you for saying that. Yeah.
I'm
all of this.
I think that's the best. How are we going to give ourselves grace in this season is how I want to like close us out. Cause I think that's so true, Andrea, is that we are really hard on ourselves. And so I want us all, and y'all in the comments, team replay, how are we giving ourselves grace moving into this new season?
I'm just going with my intuition. What feels right? Yeah. And I am not subscribing to other people's judgments, opinions, expectations. I don't give a shit. Like genuinely, period. I don't. I really don't. It's so amazing. And I'm sad that I didn't do that earlier, but it is what it is, right? It is what it is. Yeah. What about you?
I spent so much of my life worrying about what other people thought about me. I've spent so much of my life thinking like I have to be a certain person or I have to be the person that everyone thinks that I am or have things perfect. That just wasn't fun. Yeah. So I am giving myself lots of grace. I'm doing things. I'm going to say like one thing that I tell myself all the time is in 5 or 10 years, am I going to look back on this decision and think, oh my gosh, I can't believe that I didn't do that or I did do that. If you're not going to think about it, then like, don't stress about it right now. That's ridiculous. Amen. Also, there's a fly right here.
That is good, Andrea.
I just, you know what? I think with age comes wisdom. And I feel like just, this decade of my life, my 40s and now being mid 40s and I don't have time to spend on worrying about stuff like that. I just don't. I just, if I'm tired, I'm going to take a nap. If I need to rest, I'm going to rest. If I want to go play with my family, I'm going to go play with them. And if I don't make, it to a party or, I mean, not that I go to parties, but if I don't make it to something, like, I'm not going to feel bad. It's my life. I'm going to do what's best for me. period.
Yes. Period.
And like Chrissy says, if it's not a yes, it's a hell no.
It's not,
right?
if it's not a hell yes, it's a hell no.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
If it's not a hell yes, it's a no.
That's real.
Look at all the 40s love. You guys, the 40s are so
true.
good.
Period.
And then I know the 50s are even better. I'm like, bring it. I love
It
it.
gets better and better.
I don't want to like wish my life faster, but I was watching a comic today and she's like, and people tell me when I get in my 50s, it's just all going to be better. I'm like, yes, let's do the better. I'm ready.
I am here for this, like,
Yeah.
feminine energy shift that I'm seeing in women and those who love us, just really choosing to do life on their own terms, to live differently, to make decisions that honor themselves and their bodies, and like, and bringing that energy into their families and their kids and their partners, seeing that, oh, it's just so, it gives me hope, and it makes me feel so energized in a time when there's a lot of reason to be discouraged and lose hope. And I just see that feminine energy and honestly the healthy masculine energy too, like showing up and just doing the damn thing that feels right. Like, you know, I don't know. I'm just here for it.
I'm loving this. I'm loving this. All
This is
of
what
it.
we need. We need this energy right now.
We do.
Like, we need this. Like, do it for yourself. Don't do it for anybody else. This is your life.
Yeah. Yep.
I think I'm just giving myself grace in this season to, again, if it's not like, just for me, it's being okay with my heart check. Like, is my heart okay with this? Is my heart in it? If it's not, then it's a no. Is this going to affect my home? Yes, no. You know, like if it's affecting them, it's a no. Like, what's my home like? And then is it going to affect my health? Like, I'm giving myself grace to only focus on those things and lean into those things, like my heart, my health, and my home, and being okay with that and letting that be my guide in this season, and not what other people think are other people's expectations are what I should be doing. So I'm taking all this wisdom that y'all are giving me here on the interwebs and in the comments, not worrying about what other people think, but allowing my, like, my what is this? My GPS to be my heart and my home and my health, and letting that be enough. So
I love it.
I love that. It's beautiful.
Let's do it.
let's do
All
it.
of us. This is our goal.
I love
That's our
this
goal.
for us. I
No
love
more
this
shoulds.
for us. No more shoulds. No more being hard on ourselves. Oh my goodness. Y'all, I was at a 7 and I'm leaving this conversation. I'm like, I moved up 2 numbers. I'm feeling at a 9 now. Like, I'm like,
Yes.
yes.
So good.
This is exactly what I needed. This was so on time.
Mhm.
Thank you for joining us, our team replay, our fam joining us live. We really appreciate y'all that y'all decided to spend your time with us today. And so we're so grateful for us, so grateful for you. And we just hope that you're taking care of yourself in this season. And we will see you back here soon.
We love you guys. Happy back to school.
Back to school, back to you.
Yes.